If you happen to tune in during this segment, you can uh, play the interactive pick a card. Okay. It's gonna be three piles. One, two, or three. Very simple. Write the number in the chat, and that's just what it is, and we'll give you an interpretation according to that. The energies have changed so much, um, and it's so rapid. It's quite impressive. It's funny because they're the energy of being pulled in two directions. As much as it's like ground, ground, ground. You are almost being instructed to reach, retreat simultaneously. Yeah, balancing those energies, right? Creating the balance by the extremes. Ah, right. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. So if you're just joining, pick a card, type it in the chat. Only you'll know what the question of reference is. But the overall energy is finding balance through the extremes. Let's see. Hmm. Please don't fill up the chat with just singular remarks like that. As much as I appreciate you tuning in, I don't like spam. What is that? Let's see with what energy and or spirit is around. Ah, okay. That's interesting. I appreciate. I truly appreciate that. Wow. Okay. Hmm. This is interactive. So type your number into the chat and we'll see what it is. Kentucky, huh? Interesting. Where? Oldham, Oldham County. Interesting place to call home. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, pick a card. One, two, or three, and we'll explore it. It's an interactive. You can look at its past, present, future, however you wish. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Interesting. Really? Interesting. Interesting. I'm sitting here looking for something and I'm like, where is it? Oh, hey, let's see. Isn't that funny? I started this with finding balance through extremes. Number two is the will. Huh. There's a little bit of luck, there's a little bit of fate. The word fortuitous comes to mind. I'm looking at this. Is it risky? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. Will it be a great experience? Yes. But just like all experiences, highs and lows. I get a sense of freedom. If you go into the casino alley, you're going to do well. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a roulette wheel. Red, sticking out real nice. Mm-hmm. Hmm. There you go, standing on the wheel. I feel like right now, if you don't take the chance, whatever it is, because I am getting a game of chance, I do see regret. Fear can't be the governance. You know too much. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. Risk it all for great happiness. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. You're giving me the vibes of like, who's that? Kate Winslet on Titanic, when they're at the back of the ship and like it's like she's flying free. Yeah. You know what? I was going through my archives and I remember that you have a couple readings that are on the archives. You should go back and watch some of those older readings. Re-examine the spiritual journey. Yeah, there's some truth in it that applies to you now. There's both freedom and stability in a relationship simultaneously. Freedom and stability. Hmm. What is the one thing she needs to focus on right now? Interesting. See, the will is a funny thing, Allie. It's a reason why they're telling you to enjoy the highs. You know, one of those paths that you wandered down earlier on is about to show. There's a little payback coming. Take that as it resonates for you. But there's some action, some inspired action, some sort of, we'll just say blow that you struck first. There's like a collection, if you will, that's coming through. Yeah, you know what it is. I don't know. Maybe at the time it seemed like a good idea. Some ultimate strategy, you know, before you were really, we'll just say, um, in alignment. And as much as I can say repentance is a good idea, there's still something about it they're not expecting. It is judgment, and it comes down from the cosmos. And so, just giving you a heads up, you've got some sort of a karma coming your way, and it's not the good kind. But with the will, again, finding balance in the extremes. Mm. It's not really unexpected because we're in this very beautiful year where, you know, we're all in the process, no matter what it is, of reaping what we sow. Yeah, so just be on the lookout. I'm getting the energy with the Knight of Cups showing up, between you and the divine. You know, make your amends, accept whatever comes. But yeah, there's definitely some, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, make your amends, but it's time to pay. And because the nature of the relationship is a karmic relationship, meaning lessons and blessings built in, it could impact the person you're connected to. The Scorpio energy keeps coming up. Okay, it is what it is. It'll blow, but you just gotta allow this tower to come in, clear the deck, and begin to rebuild. But there is a tower coming. So I don't necessarily know if it's financial, could be a slight, but that's why I was saying something about the casino, like if there's a roulette wheel, it's something like that. Like the energies are beneficial, but I'm seeing a reduction by 3. So you go from 9 to the 6, and so it could be a slight financial hit. Just let you know, but it doesn't last for long. You could be experiencing, you know, the downswing of the wheel. I'm gonna put that guy back in. Hello. Hmm. Hmm. I know, babe. Could be just part of your soul contract. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be time. It could be resources. It could be any number of things that are tangible. It's a small hit. Just, yeah. But it definitely, yeah. It's funny how the same cards. I don't know. Something you said, something you spoke, something you took action on. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's not going to last long. Could have even been a lie. Could have been something that you said in a moment of anger, a moment of rage when you were hurting. Just saying. And three swords. Words have power. This is why I was thinking it could have been something that, we're closing out cycles and the eclipse energy is going to last for a few more weeks yet. And so it's kind of great that we're wrapping up the last of those old karmic contracts and cycles. And so as Saturn comes through sitting in Pisces, that 12th house energy, the energy of karma, results of past actions, it's definitely personal. It's not anything outside of your own actions. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Definitely. Yeah. It's all about timing right now. A lot of it's the transits and everything else. It's playing out in real time. Exactly. Things done in the past. Scorpionic energy with the Six of Cups. There's a Tower. Right. Emperor. High Priestess. You know, we all make moves and we all do stuff at times, and it seemed great at that moment. It's giving me like the Five of Swords, but on steroids. I'm getting this between you and God energy, like. Mm. Yeah, Chariot. That's like, yeah, the tower's coming and it can only be delivered by the divine. So I'm like, no, no, it's okay. It's really okay. Sometimes our shadow get out. That's why it's good to acknowledge it. That's why, we do the work and all of that. And that way, when it tries to rear from a place of, hurt and anguish and fear and anxiety, we can make better choices and decisions and not allow um, false realities. Very Neptunian energy. Again, going back to the 12th house, Pisces, um, makes us make better decisions. We're not led by our emotions or just fits or flights of fancy or whatever it is in the moments. And you of all people, be with all the Gemini and Mercurial energy, it's a battle of the self more than it is anything external. Yeah, I feel like it's a small lesson. Page of Swords, Chariot. Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna bring you closer. I'm sorry. They're playing Nine Inch Nails, and it's really funny for them to use that song. Um, Yeah. But they definitely are playing closer. Jesus, why? I don't play that song. Mm-hmm. Definitely. There's definitely something new for you to learn. You're going to come out better, wiser. Yep. Yeah. They're not even joking. Yeah. That transit. It's primarily the transit. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 You're going to work with your shadow. I like it. All right. Any other takers? One, two, or three. Pick your palm. Or pick your card, rather. Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm sending spiritual hugs to all the kiddos. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hmm. That could be the loss unto itself. You see how you just said you wasted money? Hmm. Like I said, it's a small lesson. Yeah. It's more important to ask yourself why. Not why you spent it, why you feel that way. You're welcome, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that was it. I got chills. Whatever that was, I feel like that was it. But it's really for you to dig deeper. It's not a season of lag, but there is a lesson in it, for sure. Yeah. Money is, easy come, easy go. That should be baked. It ain't nothing to it. Like, it ain't nothing to it. Yeah. Confirmation. See? It's the same sort of energy balancing through the extremes. It's okay. We all make mistakes. It's real simple. Earlier today, I was interacting with someone, and by their own admission, their disposition was shite. And that's fine. I don't really, it doesn't bother me. But the reason If you're just half paying attention, it's right there. Sometimes we are so frustrated, right? Because the attention we want, the recognition we want, and it's not really it's a thing, but it's a person. It could be your spouse, it could be your family, it could be your own children, it could be any number of things that makes us feel in the Five of Pentacles like it's a lack. But recognizing what the lack truly is usually harder because it requires a level of authenticity, of vulnerability. You have to be able to say, hey, I genuinely need XYZ, or it would be great. It would make me feel better if XYZ. And a lot of times, people who play Atlas in their own world, right, never has anyone to pass that weight to. And everything just keeps spinning, and no one takes notice of how the apparatus is maintaining its momentum, because it's not a unit, partnership, contract, commitment. Because as much as we like to think that we're the rhyme and the reason why everything's moving, and it is to a great deal, but most of that has to do with the plate and how much we choose to stack and allow others to stack onto it, right? But if you look at things in a grander scale, like, let's just say the planetary bodies and the greater and the lesser luminary, the moon and the sun, you would notice immediately if the sun went away and it was supposed to be out, right? That would be like, hold up, that's an immediate impact. Why is it chilly? It's 10 a.m. Where did the sun go? Like when we had that eclipse, right? You're like, whoa, it's so important. It's not just like it's warmth, it's light, it's crops, it's all photosynthesis. There's so many things that are reliant. But yet at the very same time, the ambient energy, the ambient light that is used to illuminate the moon has its own impact. Ocean flows, and there's all sorts of night blooming this, and sea creatures that you know. So they spawn during this full moon or this new moon and that high. There are all of these things, but it's apparent the necessity because we've taken time to study the partnerships that are that these luminary bodies have with one another, right? That's how it needs to work. And even if you're choosing to play Atlas, the moon, right, metaphorically speaking, still needs to go, yo, son, your soul. I appreciate you because my shine wouldn't be quite as beautiful if you wasn't doing your thing over there. There needs to be a recognition. Again, going back to that vulnerability and that authenticity. Yeah, but you're human. So, laugh at yourself. Because sometimes our shadow, sometimes our inner child, they get out. And that's okay. You got to laugh at them. Think about all the crazy videos that are on the internet right now with animals destroying people's homes and people just taking it. It's just, it's an animal. They're just doing what animals do, right? And you love unconditionally, and you don't, take the animal to the pound. You don't put your foot in his ass. You just clean it up and go, okay, clearly something's off. Let's figure out what just happened here. Sometimes we just do what we do, and that's okay. And sometimes we do things to get attention, right? not even realizing that's why we doing it. It's a cry for help in our most teenage fashion. Ladies, I don't know who need to hear this, but they can do more. Stop limiting the role and the influence of the masculine principle, however that applies in your lives. They could do more. And some of them are literally trying to figure out ways of like bypassing. Mm, it's really about to be a power shift, but it's an ebb and flow. That's interesting. Yeah, about time. They funny. Somebody waiting to be tagged in. Like, yeah, help me. I'll help you. Sure. That's so funny. All right. Last thing on that, because when you're really working towards something like together and you're trying to go the distance, like really forever, a partnership to the end. 29 gives me that sort of energy. Two people coming together and riding this joint all the way to the end. Right. That, that's somebody who willing to invest, right? Y'all sowing seeds for y'all collective future. That's y'all tree, y'all sprouting, right? That's somebody who really gonna put that energy and effort in. Look at them. All right. All you gotta do is ask. That's the difference, is what I'm getting from somebody that you are entertaining and somebody who really 10 toes down with you. Because somebody who really like into this, like till death do us part, really understand, the business of family and da da da, all that shit. There's never gonna be a lazy reaction. Because doing for you is doing for them, and doing for them is doing for you. And that's just what it comes down to. It's working together in harmony. Being able to be independent, but interdependent. Because they're committed to the partnership. They're committed to what you both contractually obligated yourselves into, whether marriage, business, like whatever it is deep. Yeah. Yeah, but it does exist. But that requires both parties to take off the I could do it all on my own, because that's not the point. Like, this level of independence, I'm not independence. Like, that, mm-mm, mm-mm. Gotta learn something different about it. There's freedom in it. We started with that. That's the whole thing about it. There's freedom in the connections. There's freedom in the partnerships, or it should be. Not to be out in the streets, but free to be yourself, to grow, to expand. to find your own rhythm. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's dope. Okay. Live by faith, not by fear. I heard something the other day that struck me as truth. Simple. There's always, not always, there's often a lot of division in families, especially when people come together. And then I heard a pastor speak on how when two people get married, y'all family, your mother, your father, and vice versa, the in-laws, they now become your extended family because y'all have just became one unit. And wow, that's true. But there's always some weird power play of influence. Like the parents not necessarily wanting to let go. Hmm. Isn't it funny how the devil get in? Control, domination, ownership. The divine keeps their word, right? And so commitment, right? Responsibility, that's very godly. But control and domination, it's not. Because that is not free will. But it's funny, like we use the analogy of, Atlas, the earth turning, the luminary bodies. But the earth is often referred to as Gaia, Mother Earth, right? So y'all take that as you want. Oftentimes it can be very maternal, lack of appreciation. Oh, I did X, I did Y, the sacrifices, da 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 da. Think about that. Instead of just accepting we all have our purpose, our trajectory, our elliptic, all by grand divine design, and the allowing of the space for those passes, for those seasons, for those cycles, for those lessons, for those intersections. Anyway, I digress. Did we freeze? A little bit. Any more takers? One, two, or three. That's funny. Let me see. Hmm. It probably was a test. That's okay. I don't think you failed. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Love y'all. Bye.